I've heard in the previous slide that you need a smarter, faster network. And being from Jio, actually, I can promise that yes, in India now we have a faster and smarter network available with us. So let me just give you, since we have a very limited time, and I'm sure that you must have heard a lot about that in India, AI is shaping up different industries. And all the organizations, and when I interact to any of the CIO, whether the CIO belongs to a very large conglomerate or a smaller company, each and every CIO is looking for that I need to do something around AI. Many of them are saying, I don't know whether my direction is right or not, but at least I am confident that yes, something is happening in the name of AI in my organization, so that if any disruption happens, at least I am moving in the right path. And tomorrow, if anything changes, actually, I should be able to adopt very fast. So if that's the way the things are changing in India and across the globe, the 5G network plays a very important role, actually, because just think about it, what is happening? The AI is creating a lot of data. And to process that data on a real time, you need a very smarter and a faster network, actually, which you must have heard in the last few presentations. And that's what, Jio is focusing on. So from our side, actually, we are giving you confidence that it's not a future journey. The 5G is already there. It's not that something is going to come in next 1 year or 6 months. It's already happened. So what I'm going to do in the next 7-8 minutes, which I've left with, is actually that I'll talk about, first, actually, I think it's important in this forum to know that what Jio Business is all about, what Jio is doing in the country, how Jio has already rolled out. And I can confidently say that Jio has already rolled out 5G network in the country. And what are the few use cases? Since we have a very short time, actually, I'll just focus on 2 to 3 use cases, that how use cases are getting evolved and what we are doing in the name of POCs for few of our customers with 5G. So let me just articulate what Jio is all about. Actually, the Jio is now become the world's largest mobile company. And we are carrying 8% of the global data. So we have become that big actually. And we feel proud that in India we have a company who's carrying 8% of the overall world data. Jio is the largest 5G operator, outside China. We already have 130 million customers who are using 5G. So again, I'm repeating that it's not a new topic for the country. It's not a new topic for Jio. 130 million customers are already using Jio 5G network. We are the first #1 broadband service provider in India with close to 13 million premises are already using our broadband service. So that's the might of the network which is already there. And obviously you know that there are close to 490 million customers who are using Jio network in India. So that's the kind of scale the company has already built up in India. Trusted partner for more than 80%. So more than 80% of the enterprises are using our connectivity and IT service. So that's the another area. Obviously, we are claiming that we are a deep tech innovator, only 5th company globally to have homegrown 5G. So most of the 5G stack is being developed and manufactured in India. So we are not importing anything, it's being manufactured. So it's a make in India story for us as far as the 5G rollout is concerned. And it's a true 5G. So there is a difference between 5G and true 5G, and we are claiming very, very clearly that it's a true 5G, meaning that our bandwidth of 5G is being rolled out on dedicated 5G infrastructure. It's not a 4G infrastructure carrying a 5G, it's a 5G net infrastructure who's carrying a 5G. So that gives a clear efficiency and the latency, which a 5G technology is talking about. And obviously, largest patent holders, close to 350 patents are already being registered on 5G as well as 6G. The company has already started working a lot on the 6G part also, which obviously we're not going to talk about, in near future. This is the reach. And obviously the slide is big, it has a lot of content, but the point through this slide, which I'm going to talk about, that when we are engaging with the enterprises, whether it's a large enterprise or a small enterprise of India or an emerging enterprise in the country, there are close to 1,100 offices. These are Jio offices. When we claim that we are a true enterprise company, there are 1,100 Jio offices where Jio engineers are there to support our customers, both for their network requirement as well as if there are any hardware related requirements, which we have provided to our customers to manage their solutions. So that's the kind of scale So we are trying to focus on that what we are doing in terms of engaging with our customers and how we are helping them. So it's important for all of our customers to know that this is the kind of scale, which is already being established, by Jio in India. So this slide, I'm sure few of you must have seen this slide, where in the morning, actually, my colleague must have shown it to you. This basically gives you a 5G standalone network. If you see that greener part, the greener part is where the 5G has already been rolled out. We started our 5G rollout in the last 15 months back, and within 15 months, 96% of our 5G coverage is already there in the country. 96%, meaning that we are there anywhere and everywhere, from a 5G rollout point of view. So those days have gone where somebody is saying that, I will be able to use 5G only in Mumbai or in Delhi or in Bangalore. The 5G is there in any nook and corner, and the green portion is showing you the overall 5G network is present. If you see, the October 2022, our overall speed was less than 10 Mbps. If you see now, the speed has gone up to 400 Mbps. So that's the output, which many of our leaders, since morning must have talked about, that we need a smarter, faster network. The faster network is already available, and the testament is actually that 400 Mbps speeds are available on 5G. There are 130 million customers, and obviously 96% of the rollout is already there. So if that's the scale which has already been built up, let's focus on next 5 minutes that what are the kind of use cases. So there are multiple use cases, which 5G is trying to enable our customers. But let's focus on Industry 4.0 or Industry 5.0. You must have heard a lot around Industry 4.0. But with 5G, we feel that it should be focusing on Industry 5.0 and not on 4.0. Because 4.0 is helping us to basically have a very automated factory. But how that automated factory is going to collaborate a human being along with the robots. So just think about it. When we are doing the POCs with our customers, just think about it. There is a factory. Currently, that factory has a lot of cables. The factory has a network, but that network is being provided, which is a public network, not a private network. The factory, if anything needs to be changed in the factory, and there are few factories, with whom we are working to do our POC on the 5G, their major problem, what they're highlighting is if they have to make any change in the factory, the number of cables which are lying on the machine, actually, that if you have to make any small change, it's a very complicated process. What we are saying is, with the help of 5G, have your own captive network. Have your own private network. The way you have a private cloud or a public cloud, currently you're on a public network, we are saying that have your own private network. So that your factory has a private network, which is your own network. Nobody else from outside can enter into that network. If your factory is enabled with the IoT, meaning that you have a sensors on the machine is generating those data points with the help of those IoT sensors and throwing that data to your cloud. Now, in that network, you need to have your own network, which is fully secured. And that's the one use case where there are multiple POCs are happening, where customers are either focusing on that how the factory can become smarter, where machines are throwing data and we can drive a lot of efficiency around the machines. There are a lot of computer vision applications which companies are testing. And I'm sure in the next 2 to 3 months' time, we will be able to start showcasing that these are the customers who already have their own captive 5G network. So this is one example. If you see, the next example is the edge computing. I think every IT organization is talking about that there is an edge computing requirement. And obviously the edge computing, from the last 1.5, 2 years, I'm also observing that edge computing is coming, but it's still not there. And one of the reasons is that the latency was not helping us to bring the edge computing as fast as possible. But now in few of our POCs, it's clearly visible that if you are a retail outlet, or even if you are, or a hospital, the edge plays an important role because you need that data needs to be processed faster. The bigger data needs to be processed at the edge. One of the examples on the POC front, which we are working on, is very, very unique, that there is a small, hospital, how that small hospital in any nook and corner of the country can be integrated to a larger hospital. And in between, there is an ambulance. So just think about a scenario, maybe next few months later, that there is a small 5G-enabled small clinic in any nook and corner, and if the patient comes with the help of that 5G low latency network and IoT-enabled ecosystem, the patient can be treated as soon as the patient is there because there is a remotely doctor sitting on the bigger hospital. And with a basic treatment, the patients can be transferred to an ambulance, which is already 5G enabled, already IoT enabled, and the doctor on a real-time basis is able to track the each and every, monitor each and every, KPIs or each and every, I would say what is the right word to use, but they are able to track the overall patient, and then the patient can be transferred to a bigger hospital. So small clinic is getting integrated through a smarter ambulance to a bigger hospital. And the doctor is available on a real-time basis and patient is getting a treatment. That's another example that how an edge processing or edge computing with the help of 5G rollout is going to convert your overall requirement from a hospital point of view. Similarly, remote work capabilities. So you are, whether your employees are working from home or you have a technician actually who's working remotely somewhere and helping to repair your machine. Just think about those environments. How 5G is enabling all these things is because the data is processing faster, the data is being processing with a full, the security, and it's giving you a clear efficiency. So that's how the 5G rollout is happening. So what Jio claims is that we need to make sure that everyone and everywhere connectivity has to be there. Everything needs to be connected with the help of IoT, and every device, the 5G rollout has to be device agnostic. So each and every device needs to be connected, but in a secured manner. And Jio promising to all our customers that if that's the way the environment is going to be, how can we manage your overall infrastructure, whether you are a corporate office or whether you are running your factory or a retail outlet or your hospital or a school, we will manage, these kind of requirements with the help of 5G end to end. So sorry about it, actually it's only 10 minutes, but I thought actually let me give you an overall overview that how 5G is going to transform the way we are managing our factories, our corporate offices, or our hospitals, or our schools. Thank you.